say, look, Lee, this is how fucking annoying it is.
And we're live.
Hope you heard that, Lee.
This is going to the moment.
We're going to start with 10 quick-fire questions, and it's going to take a whole show.
You know what? Let's just do it. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. You got the questions?
Yeah, hold on. Which questions do you want me to do? Which questions do you want me to do? You want me to do the ones for the Americans, or do you want me to do the ones for the players? Or do you want me to do the ones for the English guys who used to be players?
Yeah.
This is not the way to do it, Lee.
Let's just do an ass back tonight.
Let's do an ass back tonight.
Let's just do it all over the place, man.
Let's do it all over the place. I'll do them. We can both answer them at the same time. How does that sound?
We'll both answer them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, perfect.
Hey, before I do them, Tim, do you want to do your opening piece?
Yeah. This is completely backwards today. Yeah, go ahead.
Like and subscribe and use notifications whenever you want to get notified when the videos first come out.
And subscribe, right? You did that?
He said subscribe. Stop giving Max a hard time.
Good job, buddy. I love you. All right. What are we doing again? Oh yeah, Strava Craft Coffee is our sponsor. I'm out of coffee. I'm drinking crud tonight, but I'm drinking the crud, which is not Strava Craft because I ran out of Strava Craft. I'm drinking crud in a beautiful cup made by drinkwaredesign.com.
I'm drinking Jameson in a beautiful cup, made by drinkwaredesign.com, and you can notice it big time tonight.
Awesome. I'm telling you, man, this is going to be the best one yet.
This is going to be a wonderful show.
Going. All right.
We're doing the backwards show tonight, aren't we, Tim?
Yeah, dude. I'm wearing my dirty laundry shirt today. This is the nice one, the third kit.
Hey, you know what? This is why we couldn't get our guest to come on tonight, Tim, because you're wearing that freaking unlucky shirt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, you're right. Now it all comes down. Now I get it.
That's it. That's what it is.
What was I thinking?
So,
oh my god. Anyway, well, you know what? This is going to be the best show I've ever had. So.
This is going to be the best show ever. The best show ever.
Let's answer those 10 questions. What do we got?
Are you trying to push me along? Is that what you're trying to do? You're trying to rush me, are you?
It's habit, when I'm with our counterparts.
Here you go. Cheers. Here's to Jameson. And Jameson still hasn't sponsored me, you tight-fisted baskets. Okay, so 10 quick questions. Okay, Tim, who's your favorite West Ham player in the current squad?
In the current squad? Ooh, you got me on.
Yeah, you can't say James Tompkins, you plumber. Drink.
All right, current squad, favorite player, Declan Rice. Hands down.
Okay. Are you going to ask me the questions afterwards, or should I answer at the same time?
Oh yeah, just answer it.
Yeah. Okay. Mine's Michail Antonio. Okay. Who frustrates you most in the current West Ham squad, Tim?
Who frustrates you most? Ryan Fredericks.
Ryan Fredericks. Mine's Michail Antonio.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good one.
Apple pie or bangers and mash? No, sorry. Apple pie or meat pie?
Meat pie.
Yeah, mine's definitely a meat pie. What type of meat pie do you like?
I used to work at a pizza shop that these Greeks used to make this delicious meat pie. I didn't have any English meat pie, but I don't remember what the hell was in it. I don't even want to know what was in it. It was delicious. Best meat pie I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, there's a lot of cats missing in that area, right? Yeah, don't eat the meat pie from a Greek shop if there's a lot of cats missing in the neighborhood for definite. Okay. Mine's steak and kidney. Okay. What would you prefer this year, Tim? Win the FA Cup or a top 6 finish?
FA Cup.
Yeah, me too. FA Cup all the way. I want to decorate them in Swiggins. Okay. Yeah. What do you love about West Ham?
The supporters.
Yeah, me, it's family.
Yeah,
family.
That's what
all the way.
Yeah. If I were to elaborate, I would have said because of the family support.
Yeah.
But just supporters. Best supporters in the world.
What do you hate about West Ham?
do I hate about West Ham? That they play so far away from where I live.
Yeah. You know what I hate about West
that
Ham?
I'm sorry, that I'm not in London. Yeah.
You know what I hate about West Ham? John Black's farts.
John Black's farts.
And then the fact that he always does them all the time. Every time he comes online, he goes fart, fart, fart. That's what I hate about West Ham. Okay. What team do you love to beat?
What team do I love to beat? Okay, I know a lot of people. Pretty much everybody said Tottenham, but I love to beat a big boy. I don't consider Tottenham a big club, so Tottenham. So I'd say Man United.
Yeah, I'm with you on that as well, actually. And it's funny, some of my best friends are Man United supporters, but I really do love to beat Man United.
Yeah,
I do.
I mean, I love to beat Tottenham too, but I mean, I consider it's more of a, how do I put it? It's more of a feat to beat a club like Man United.
Yeah,
beat Tottenham.
I think so too. I also get a lot of pleasure out of. I do get pleasure out of beating Tottenham. I mean, definitely it happens, but Man U, maybe when they're like close to the relegation zone this year, it won't be so much pleasure. but no, yeah, it's definitely Man U. So okay, let's see. Oh, here you go. What's your favorite curse word?
You know what's funny? I was gonna say the C word, but after talking with Steve Mothersoul the other day, I like bollocks.
Yeah. See,
yeah,
I don't have a favorite curse word. I have a curse saying. Mine is eat shit and die, you fucking cunting bastard.
That'll take care of you.
That's the God, if my father-in-law or mother-in-law tunes into this show, they're going to say to my wife, your husband is disgusting. And for that particular moment in time, he was disgusting. And if I have a prospective employer that tunes into this, I've just lost my job.
Yeah, exactly.
For definite. Okay, name a player, past or present day, that epitomizes West Ham United.
I've heard, I've heard Noble, I've heard Bonds, and I've heard probably more like that. That's usually the answer of what we've got in the show. But I'm going to try something different. I would say Di Canio.
Oh, shit, dude, we're on the same wavelength. I was going to say exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing.
His effort, passion, and even though it was a brief period compared to these other players that we're talking or that were mentioned, in that short period of time, that was West Ham to me. I mean, what he brought to the table.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it was the fact that he thought he was a little bit special, and I think we think we're a little bit special. And maybe he wasn't as special as he thought he was, but the fact that he thought he was, it made him that little bit special. And I think that's what we needed, and I think that's what we really are.
Yeah,
and I think he had guts, and he just had like that faith in his own abilities. And just an incredible, just a great guy. And the fact that to this day he's still a West Ham player. I mean, in his heart of hearts, he's still a West Ham player. So yeah, I'd agree 100% with you. Okay, if you took a time machine back to when Bobby was alive, when Bobby Moore was alive, what would you say to him?
That's the toughest question, man. I like all the answers I've heard so far, but yeah, I would say I like Jay's the best. I think I would say what Jay said. Jay from Iowa. Did you really steal that? Was it? What did you get accused of stealing again?
Isn't it a watch?
A watch. Yeah. Did you really steal that watch? I like that one.
I can't remember who said it, but when they said it, I loved it. I can't remember who said it. They said, could you come get back in the time machine with me? Yeah, and come back to today. Who was it that said that?
I think two people said it, but the one I remember saying it was Alex from Mississippi.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was brilliant, because I think we could definitely do with him coming back right now and just shaking the living sense into a few people.
Yeah, I mean, even not as a player, but just being back around the club. We really need something like that. ambassador.
And I think it would be good for the club to actually to give him the respect that they didn't give him.
That too.
Yeah, I think it would be good that it would be an opportunity for the club to really give him the respect that they didn't give him back at the time. I think it would be good for the FA to give him the respect that they didn't give him at the time. And I think he could put the fear of Christ into a few players at the club and just show them what being West Ham was really all about.
Yeah.
Notably, some bleached, blonde-haired, freaking twat from the continent who's pissballing us about right now.
I was just about to bring that up.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
yeah,
so let's go
seriously,
straight
right?
into your thoughts about it. Let's go straight into thoughts, then we'll do with polls that are related to the Arnie's.
Yeah. It's funny. It's like I was right on the same wavelength as Batman when it all happened. I was like, let's get rid of him. Arnautovic is no good. He's messed with the team psyche. He's messed with the karma of the team. He obviously doesn't want to be here. His brother's always, you can fire an agent. You can say to your agent, you're nothing but trouble. I want to get rid of you. I'm going to get another agent because you're just no good for my career. You can't fire your brother. Your brother's always going to be your brother. So if his brother's his agent, it's always going to be trouble. So I was a big believer in let's just get rid of him as soon as possible. And then, and I jumped on that bandwagon of being really, let's get rid of him. I can't stand the guy. And then that statement came out from Pellegrini saying, get behind him. And I thought, okay, maybe we have been a bit unfair.
Yeah.
He signed a contract. He signed, an extension or whatever it was for a little bit more money. And we haven't really given him an opportunity to prove himself since he's done that. And maybe that is a little bit too much pressure. And how would I feel in that situation? So I thought, okay, I still didn't get 100% behind him, but I thought, okay, maybe he does need a little bit of support. So I eased off a little bit. And then those last four games, all right, the old Arnautovic came back. He had a dry spell. He came back and he started playing well for us. And then the paper talk came out a few weeks ago, didn't it? Paper talk came out that he's talking about, every player wants to play in the Champions League. And so, every player would want to do that. So, yeah, I don't know, maybe if Inter came back and said, they would want me, it would be foolish not to say that every player wants to play in the Champions League. And I'm like, oh God, here we go again. And then all this bullshit came out again with his brother. And now I'm at the point where, quite frankly, if you said to me, who do I hate more, Payet or Marko Arnautovic, I'd have no problem going cross my heart on my life. I hate Marko Arnautovic more than I do Dimitri Payet right now, because he has pissed us around so much, whether it's his brother or it's him. I don't know. And right now, I don't even care. I don't know if these rumors are true, if they're not true. If they're not true, then why hasn't he come out and said they're not true? They obviously are true. He obviously just is looking to get out. Why does he want to go play in China? I mean, I thought he wanted to win trophies. He's not going to win trophies in China. He's just a greedy, gutted bastard. Yeah. And I get rid of him. Get rid of him. I don't want to deal with it anymore.
The first time around, I said that there is no China club. There's no China club. It's just what others have said as well, that it's just his brother making up shit, just to help negotiate a bigger contract, which he ended up getting a better contract. And then he fucked off and same shit happened, but yet there was a lot of people saying that, no, he's with us, we need to get by him. He changed. Let's give him a second chance. But there's a lot of people that still said, no, hell no, fuck him. Yeah. Absolutely not. We're not going to deal with that shit. So, what else? I just think saying, coming up with a good explanation to why he wants out of here for a bargaining chip, which makes no sense. But again, Nothing makes sense with Arnautovic. Nothing makes sense with Arnautovic's brother. So I think that he's just an idiot. I really do. I think there's something not all there with Marco's brother, and he's stupid and doesn't realize what he's doing, because nobody's going to want him. Nobody.
No.
Paid 20, 30, 40 million for that type of player, cancer in their club, especially with his brother around. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Real quick, let's just get into in relation to this whole Arnie stuff. That it was 20 million was the offer, okay, from who knows who. Nobody.
Yeah, was it like 19.8, something stupid like that? Wasn't even a full 20, wasn't it?
That's one of those. We'll get into others later that are kind of similar. But would you take 20 million for him?
Yeah, I would. Quite frankly, I would. I'd cut my losses and run right now just to get him out of the picture and just not to have to worry about it anymore, because I'm tired of it. I'm done. And that's the way I feel with it. It's like it's like a cancer. Just cut it out and get rid of it. Get rid of it. I'm done. I'm done with it.
Yeah. 50.
See, that's why I think that's why I hate him more than Payet right now, because Payet, you know, and Gabe actually mentioned it in the chat room. Gabe said, you know, at least Payet had his sulk, got out and left.
Yeah.
This guy's like hanging on like a cancerous sore.
Yeah.
It's like he's like herpes. he really is. He's a bloody great big friggin' herpes.
Oh, God,
Yeah, it's like every couple of months he comes back and blisters up and makes your life a misery. He's terrible.
Well, out of 929 votes, 56% of those people said no, they would not take 20 million for him. That's bizarre. There's another one in relation. Where is it? All right. So how much then do we accept for Arnie? 20 million, 25 million, 30 million, 35 million. What would you
I reckon it can't be much more than 20 million. I mean, if 25, certainly you're not going to get 30 million for the man.
Yeah. That's okay. So I think that the 703 people who voted on this are in La La Land. Like they're on another planet.
Yeah.
Because seriously, like there's no way there's a club on this planet that would pay that much money. I would say 15 million for him. I mean, we'd be lucky to get 15 million for him. I would take if 19 million came in, like you said, you saw 19.8 or whatever it was, almost 20 million.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, I'd jump on that because I don't see much more. Let's cut our losses. We don't need the profit from that, because yes, Stoke gets 20% or something like that, and we need to make X amount of money to make a profit off it. Whatever, just move on, pack it up, and go.
Seriously, it's like 20 millions and the add-ons you get with them. And you know what the add-ons are, of course. Yeah, well, you give us 20 million, we'll give you a fantastic striker, and guess what? You get to bend over every 6 months, and we get to stick a splintery wood spike up your ass. I mean, that's what it is.
The cruddy thing about this poll is the way that it's worded too, because I don't know if everybody understood that, because it says how much do we accept for him. It wasn't how much do you want to get for him. You know, I would love to get 35 million for him, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But how much do we accept for him? Like really accept for him? I mean, nothing there. I mean, yes, I would accept if any of those offers came in, 35, 30, 25, 20, in a heartbeat, like you said, in a heartbeat.
Accept any of them.
Yeah, that's a tough one. All right. Hold on here. All right.
And this is the Hammers poll, right?
Yeah, these are all Hammers polls. So anyway, I put that in the title just so that everybody knows this is a Hammers polls discussion primarily.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be doing that tonight. Just so you know, at Hammers Polls on Twitter. You can go to hammerspolls.com. I believe they're on Instagram as well. They might even be on Facebook. I'm not sure, but I know they're definitely on Twitter and Instagram. Now, this next one says, with the current development, should West Ham sell Arnie and meet Rondon's clause? So the options are no, Arnie still has a future. No, sell Arnie, but not Rondon. Yes, but still pursue Gomez as first choice. Or D, yes, Rondon is a good replacement. So again, the question was, should we sell Arnie and meet Rondon's clause? So no, Arnie still has a future. No, sell Arnie but not Rondon. Yes, but still pursue Gomez. And then, or yes, Rondon's a good replacement.
Well, let's tackle it this way, Tim. Let's knock some of those options off. Okay, for a start, let's not keep Arnie. So that's one gone straight away.
Yeah, and honestly, that out of the 487 votes, only 1% said no. Arnie still has a future. So
well, that's good then. So most people have
Yep.
got common sense.
Yes, most people.
Now, I gotta figure that, you know, Pellegrini's still his number one target is still got to be Gomez, regardless of all this magic show business that's going on. Of have we got him? We've made an offer. He's accepted the offer. He wants to come to West Ham, but he doesn't want to make terms. Oh, but now Villarreal has made an offer. Oh, let's pull a rabbit out of the hat. Oh, guess what? Now it's AC Milan that are interested in him. Oh, where did they come from? They came from this magic hat over here. It's like I can't follow it. I can't follow it anymore. I'm getting a headache trying to figure out where he stands right now.
We'll get into that a little bit later. But yeah, no, exactly. You are right, 100%.
I would say sell Arnie and go after Gomez. That for me, that's the big money. That's the money for me. You got to go after Gomez because that's the man that Pellegrini wants. And right now I want to keep Pellegrini happy because I think he's moving us in the right direction. Now,
out of the 487, yeah, that was the number one answer.
But this one as well, Tim, and I don't know if you agree with me. And of course, you know, you get to talk here as well. But I mean, I would have no problem going with Rondon either.
The more I study him, the more I research him, the more I'm okay with it, and especially because of his price tag. Especially because of his price tag. And if his price tag was 20 million or more, I would say no, not a chance on this earth. But I think
it's like 16 million, right?
14 million. Or I think it was I think it was 14. Anything under 20, I would say, you know what? It wouldn't be bad, but this better not be our first, second, or third choice. He's going to be going after players that are much more exciting. It's going to bring us to the next level, right? I mean, not oh well, we need somebody in that position. Let's just get a body in that position that's not in our current squad. So let's spend 15 million and bring him in. Oh, he did great for Newcastle and West Brom. Woo! They're great clubs. They're huge. They're Champions League clubs. Wow. No. So
you know what's concerning me right now, though?
Mitrovic, I'm not excited about because of the fucking attitude.
What's concerning me is the fact that with all this noise about Arnautovic wants to go, we're going to sell him. Now, does a team like West Brom now turn around and say, well, you know, they're a bit desperate now for a striker. Let's bump the price up a little bit. They need him desperately now, so he's got to be worth more than 16 million now.
You kidding? Now that Slav is in charge, you think he wouldn't want to say F you to West Ham?
Of course he would.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I think that's only basic business sense. You know, you look at, you know, cost analysis and needs and wants, and I think you look and say, oh, West Ham really needs a striker now. They need him more now than they did before. So let's see how much they really want this guy.
Yeah. Okay, so let's real quick. Let's go back to. I got to mention the results on a couple of those that we already discussed. So how much do we accept for Arnie? 30 million was the number one answer, if you can believe that. But it was close between that and 25 million. That's ridiculous. 20 million was only 12%. The other one that we discussed was, I already told you that answer. All right, never mind. How much do we accept? I already said that one. Yeah, it looked like yes, sell Arnie, but pursue Gomez as our first choice was 67%, which is awesome, and 20%, which is the second place, was yes, sell him, but you know, Rondon is a good replacement. I don't know. I mean, I'm not really thrilled about it. Now, who's a bigger snake? We've already discussed this one. I was going to bring that up, but You already said the answer. Who's a bigger
Oh.
snake, Payet or Arnie? I don't know the results because it's still got 6 hours left, but 488 people voted on it. I'm assuming when we wake up tomorrow that it's going to say Arnie. I would guess that, yeah?
It would have to be, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It'd have to be. What do the guys think in the room? Should we see what they think in the room? Who they think's the biggest snake? Because I know somebody had said earlier
Absolutely.
that
If you have any, please mention that stuff in the chat room because I'm looking at Twitter. I'm not looking at the chat room.
Let's have a look here. I'm having a look to see what people say. I know I should have brought my bloody reading glasses. I'll be like this. I'll be like, hello, what's everybody doing here? So I know Gabe said that definitely Payet said Arnie was a bigger snake.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. We got here. Oh gosh. Yeah, you got that. He's definitely the biggest snake. Let's see. Where are we here? Let's see. Gabe's saying that he hears that Barcelona is interested in Gomez now as well. Interesting.
Really?
So, yeah.
That makes no sense whatsoever. The guy's never scored 20 goals in his life.
Yeah.
Why would they go after someone like that? I mean,
I don't know. Oh, Mississippi Hammer says at least Payet wanted to go home. Yeah, and that's a good reason. That's a good reason for wanting out. He wanted to go home as opposed to wanting extra chicken wings and some fried rice like Arnie seems to.
If he's not careful and he continues, and him and his brother continue their bullshit, they're going to end up playing in Austria in the fucking Premier League over there. Yeah.
Jim Stebbins says Payet's the bigger snake. Ken Maguire says Arnie's the bigger snake. Oh, sorry. No, I stand corrected here. Gabe said Barcelona was interested in Hugo.
Yeah, no.
Okay, Gabe is really messing with us now.
He's going on loan to Real Madrid, just like Julian Faubert did.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Oh my God. Let's see.
Is there any more in there? I got another question.
Okay, it looks like most people seem to think that Arnie. Yeah, Wally World says Arnie's the biggest snake.
Yeah, I would agree. I think we'll see that tomorrow for sure.
Mississippi Hammer says Payet has a hot wife. Here's that would be a great question for Hammer's polls. Which snake has the hotter wife? Arnautovic or Payet? I actually think that Payet does have the hotter wife.
I think Payet. Yeah, I would
agree. Too much bleach in the whole bleach and plastic in the whole Arnautovic family.
Nah.
Oh, Jim is saying that Icardi has the hotter wife. I don't think he's playing for us. Oh my God.
Oh boy. All right, so let's go to a different question here. It's kind of on the same line of Gomez and Arnie and all that good stuff. So if this is actually from Jimmy from Gingerbread. So,
gosh.
Pay the release clause for which striker? 16 mil for Rondon. So he was right. You were right. 16 mil. 26 million for Borja Iglesias.
I don't know anything about him. Who's Borja Iglesias?
He's my favorite.
Somebody mentioned here that that was your pick. Tell me about Borja Iglesias, because if I don't know anything about him, I'm sure there are other people that don't.
Plays for Espanyol, and he scored, I think, 17 goals in La Liga last season.
Mm-hmm.
And the best part is that he's got one of those. Some players that we get linked with score goals just because they get lucky about being in the right place at the right time. And that does not translate in the Premier League, because if they don't have skill and they're just lucky, they don't perform well in the Premier League. Like the guys we got from Italy, a couple of years back, we got two dudes from Italy on loan, and they both shit the bed. They couldn't even make an appearance. Anyway, it didn't translate. So my point is, Iglesias is a hard worker. He loves the fans wherever he's at. He's great with the fans. He's got a positive attitude, and he scores goals. And scoring goals, if you look at his record, I know Gingerbread actually likes Transfer Market, which I like too, .com. That you could see the teams he actually scored against, and he scored against some of the crappier clubs, but he also scored some goals against the bigger clubs, and that's nice to see. So I think that he would fit us better, especially when we're not trying to look for these hothead idiots that do not want to play for us. He seems like a loyal guy. We were linked with him before too, so if they were looking at him, They've looked at him back in January. So if they look at him now, again, I mean, I would love to see. I think it would be a perfect fit. He's tall. He's got he can score with his head. He has scored with his head.
So is he like an Andy Carroll sort of stature?
But not as big. I don't think. I don't
Okay.
think he's as small. I think maybe probably about 6'3", 6'4", maybe. I don't know. I really don't know. But he towers over the Spaniards that he plays with. I know that for a fact. And he can smash the ball with his head. But the point is, you can see that he puts effort into all the plays, especially when his other teammates are scoring goals. There was a lot of highlights of just him, and his teammates scoring goals, and he was always in the play. He was always around, and that's you can see the hustle in him. That's what I love about him versus Yetter or Gomez or Rondon. I mean, he's got. I feel that his attitude, everything else, he'd be great. So that's the reason why I love him so much. But he has 3% of this vote because people just don't watch Espanyol. They don't watch Espanyol. They don't know Espanyol. Espanyol is a smaller club over there, and that's I think why no one. I mean, out of 934 votes, only 3% said Iglesias. But anyway.
Yeah, Ginger's saying he's 6'1" and 190 pounds. So he's pretty big fella.
Then the players that he's playing with are like 5'6" because he looks like he towers over everybody. So if you watch his highlights. So anyway, 36 mil for Ben Yedder, who's been linked with Man U, or 43.5 million for Maxi. Don't want to play for West Ham Gomez.
Like, but here's the thing: we don't know that he doesn't want to play for us. All we know is what the papers are printing right now. And what they're printing is what they're pulling out of their ass.
Hold on. If he wanted to play for West Ham, he would have signed already. Right?
Nah.
No?
No. If his agent was happy with the money that was being offered, he would have signed already.
I don't want him. That's fine. If we sign him, great. But anyway, that got 46% of the vote was Gomez. 28% for Yetter. And 23% for Rondon. I don't understand the Rondon thing though. Like why people are so, especially when compared to players with talent. I don't understand why he gets such a big chunk of the vote.
He's known. He's known. People would rather go with somebody that they've seen him play. They've seen him play against us. They know what he's capable of.
There's nothing wrong with 11 goals and 7 assists. I wouldn't be gutted if we signed him. I'm just saying, in this poll, compared to all these people, 23% would say, I want him. Really?
I think it's the same reason why we're hearing Balotelli's name being raised again. People we know what he's capable of. We know what he can do. So I wouldn't be too bad with that. And it's the sort of that's the sort of signing that West Ham would have done in the past. So people are right. Okay, we've done it in the past, and it's got us through a difficult spot. That sort of signing. By the way, about Ginger and Gabe have both said that one of the Italians that shit the bed was Zaza.
Yes, that's true. Yes. I was thinking a couple years before that too. But I know Zaza was the biggest one. He was the biggest.
Zaza, Cagliari shit the bed. There was a whole
Cagliari. That's the guy I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Cagliari and. There was a midfielder and a other dude that came in like January on loan. I think it was like 13-14 season or 14-15 season. I can't remember. But they came in January, both of them together, and they both were like, "Oh, they're former Italy national team players," and they just disappeared. Never saw them, heard from them ever again after that. So anyway, all right. So that was that. So what would you do? I mean, out of that list right there, who would? If you had a choice to pay the release clause of one of those strikers,
Gomez,
okay, and that
I go for Gomez. It's who Pellegrini wants, and right now I'm trusting in Pelly.
Me too. No, that's why I'm saying. Listen, I personally don't want Gomez, but again, if we sign him, I'd be very happy.
If that's the person they put a big number 1 on his forehead,
Rondon.
Then I'm like, fine. If they put a big number 2 on Rondon's forehead, I'm fine with that. So. I mean, I want to know what's happening with all this talk. Is it just Marega that wants to come to us? I mean,
I would love Marega.
Marega's got his bags. Marega's got his bags packed. He's already bought a shirt from the shop. He bought his own shirt. He bought his own shirt from the shop. He bought the full
Peter
kit.
Odemwingie?
Serious, man.
So, is he gonna drive up?
I don't know. It's like he's going to turn up like a full kit wanker saying, "I'm ready, boss."
Originally, when I heard someone from Porto, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh God, I like Portuguese league. Ugh. And
He's a
then
nice player, though.
Oh my God, I did my digging. I did my digging on the transfer market. I watched who he scored goals against. I researched his injury history. I researched everything. That's what I love about transfermarket.com. It's really cool. You can see all that stats and information. But anyway, yeah, sure, he had a dip last season in league goals. He went from like 22 league goals down to 11.
But look what he did in the
11
Champions League.
is still more. Oh my God, 6 and 9.
Yes.
6 goals, 9. And again, that's playing against that type of competition. And they're like, oh yeah, but it was Galatasaray. Nobody cares. I'm like, no, it was actually what, Roma? Yeah, yeah. And so anyway, I love that idea. I mean, can any of these twats say that they played in the Champions League this season?
None of them.
None of them. So
I'm sure. And here's the thing that's different about having Pellegrini and Rusilios that are actually in control of this transfer market is I don't feel panicked like I did when Moyes was in control of anything. I don't feel panicked like I did when, quite frankly, Sullivan was in control of it. I just don't feel panicked. I just feel like, you know what?
Oh yeah.
What's going to happen is going to happen. I'd like to feel like we're going to get who he wants, but no matter what happens, I feel like we're going to get some good people going on.
Well, we're just like journalists. It's like we can. I mean, it doesn't matter what we say. I mean, it's Huselos and Pellegrini. They can make the decisions.
Yeah.
And what happens is happens. But we just say how whether we like them or not or whatever. It doesn't mean that they're going to not sign them because I can't stand a guy.
Exactly.
But I can still say I can't stand a guy. So whatever.
And, here you go. Breaking news from the chat room here, Tim. Breaking news.
What's that?
Somebody wants to know when we're ever going to get Mia Khalifa on the show.
Oh God. Unfortunately,
listen. She lives about 2 hours away from Dallas, and we can't even get her to return our tweets. So getting her on the show, don't think it's going to happen, mate.
Well, not as long as I'm on the show. I can't be on that show. I'm not allowed to be.
No, no, me neither. Me neither. No way at all.
TV can put out that show, but I would have to have somebody else step in that night. Same thing with, I would love to have what's the other one there, Lena, but Lee would love that.
Seriously, I know he would. Listen, totally off subject for a second here, but has John Black got a player yet for the West Ham event in Las Vegas? Because he keeps saying that there's going to be an announcement at the weekend, and I've heard this for 3 weekends now, I think. Where is John? Where's John?
I don't know. I know that there's going to be a raffle. We're going to throw in a mug and a T-shirt. But other than that, I really don't.
Because I'm getting a lot of people tweeting me saying, John, this Las Vegas for the same guy. Who's he going to have as a player? I've got no idea.
I don't. I let him do work his magic over there in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to have somebody incredible come. I mean, if Dave and X are going to be there, I'm sure it's going to be something incredible.
David X are definite, and that's big enough, dude. I mean, who would want to hang out with David X? But I have no personal interest in Vegas, so I'm not going to Vegas.
Yeah,
it's me, my personal thing. I'm not saying don't go. Go.
I'm broke.
Do what you got to do.
I'm broke.
I would rather save money for an England trip, for a trip to London, and watch a match in person instead of watching it on the telly. I mean, we do that all the time anyway.
Yeah,
right?
I'm with you on that, mate.
That's what we do in America.
Yeah.
So why continue to do that?
I could see more. I could see more people coming from England to go to it. I really could, because Vegas would probably be exciting for them.
That's where he should be marketing. He should be marketing them, not the American people.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's John's thing.
Anyway, that's another matter. So.
All right, so let's get into another one. This was pretty simple. Hernandez ? Stick or twist?
Oh, that's like playing pontoon. You ever heard of pontoons?
No.
It's like blackjack. It's the English version of blackjack, only we call it pontoon. And so instead of saying hit me or so instead of going like this or that, you say stick or twist.
So which one's
stick
which?
Stick means that you don't take a card, and twist means give me a card. So Hernandez, see that's a tough question. Is there anything leading up to it? Like have we already signed Gomez? Does it just say Hernandez, stick or twist?
Hernandez stick or twist, because he just recently, I think it was today, right? Today he said something like, he's happy to be here again. And all of a sudden, like 2 days ago, he posted this video saying he's all done, can't wait to move on to the next thing. And now all of a sudden he's saying, "Oh, I'm having a fantastic time in training. Oh, I can't wait for the new fixtures, to start playing." And
it's a tough one, isn't it? Because it's not like he causes any trouble.
The pace that we're going with no strikers,
he will be it.
I will say stick, and I did vote stick because I know what that meant, and I was just playing with you. And so I would say
stick. I'm going to say stick.
It doesn't hurt to have him around. Oh, 150,000 a week. Oh, it does hurt. Okay,
I'm going to say stick. I think he's handy to have there as a backup. And right now, like you said, it's not like we've signed any strikers. And we've got a lot of people that want to go.
I think he will go, though. If we end up signing one of these big strikers, for sure he'll go. He'll definitely go, because they won't keep him around on those wages, and he won't be happy, and he'll make it known. He'll turn into another Ananovich if he doesn't get the playing time.
I don't see him doing that.
He did it in January. He was like playing a game, and then he'd have one bad game, and then he gets sat, and he was like, I'm gonna dye my hair, and yeah, 100%.
I quite frankly, I'm fine either way with them. Get rid of him and shift the wages off the old wage bill.
I'd keep him around personally, but I don't think they will if they sign another striker. If they sign a big money striker,
if they sign another striker, I think he's gone.
He's gone. Yeah. Okay, so we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Cool. There is no results for this one yet. There's 11 hours. No, sorry. I'm talking about a different one already. I'm jumping ahead. So the Hernandez thing, excuse me. This shitty coffee I'm drinking that's not Strava Craft, and it's shitty. I miss my Strava Craft. I need more Strava Craft.
They've got to send you more.
Jesus. Anyway, let's make me. Anyway, all right. So 45% said stick, 55% said twist. Just so you know, out of 521 votes, not many people voted on that one.
But like I said, that's an easy one to misconstrue, because there's not a lot of parameters around it. Now, if somebody had said, and I'm not too sure whether Hammers Polls actually created that one or whether somebody else did, so I'm giving Hammers Polls a way out here on this one. If they'd have said, if we got rid of Ananovich and we signed Rondon, would you keep or get rid of Hernandez? I would feel much more comfortable saying what my answer really is.
Yeah.
There.
All right. So starting attack pairing, if we don't sign any new strikers, Hernandez and Antonio, Yarmolenko and Anderson, Hernandez and Yarmolenko, or Antonio and Anderson. And people forget that Yarmolenko's a forward, dude. He can play like a second striker. I know they don't like to play two strikers, but he could. I don't know if he could play by himself up top, but I wouldn't be surprised. Listen, they converted freaking Arnie, a winger, into a striker. So I think they could probably do the same with Yarmolenko. He's a big, tall dude, and he's got a lot of power in his shot. Anyway.
Yeah,
so Hernandez and
I'm
Antonio?
not too sure. I didn't see enough of Yarmolenko to really gauge him in this equation.
Yeah, okay. I understand.
I didn't see enough of him. I really didn't. And since Antonio's my lad, I will say Hernandez and Antonio.
Okay. The overwhelming answer, Hernandez and Antonio, 41%. See, I said Yarmolenko and Anderson because I said this on like my first couple of shows. I've been saying this for a long time. Anderson can shoot from a distance. He also likes to, he's got great mobility, I could totally see him as a striker. Oh, no, he's a midfielder. Stop. Again, these same people who say, no, midfielder can't. Arnie's not a striker. He's a winger.
No, he's not.
I'll say this 1,000 fucking times.
No, so anyway, Arnie's not a striker, and he's not a winger. He's a wanker.
He's a wanker. There you go. Yeah, that's good. Go. I say Yarmolenko and Anderson. I would love to see that because they're both they have that class and that effort, and both of them together up top would just be fascinating. But Hernandez and Yarmolenko, that would be good too. And same thing with Antonio and Anderson. That would be a cool pairing too. I would love to see them all, really. I really don't give a shit as long as you score goals. How about that?
Here's a question for you.
All the above.
Where would you... do you think that Thompson would make a good striker? Drink.
James Collins would. Didn't he play striker before? James Collins. Didn't we throw him up top?
Didn't we stick him as a striker somewhere at some point?
Oh, God. I don't remember.
What match was it? It was some match that we were doing terrible in. What was it?
I know we've done it. I think it was in the championship season. I think we did. No, it wasn't. We didn't have a championship.
No, we did. We put them up top in some match. We pulled them off the bench.
Anybody in the chat room? Anybody in the chat room? If you know the answer to that, when did we put James Collins up top? I mean,
hey, Scott's in the chat room. Hey, Scott.
How's Canada, mate? Are you in Canada yet?
Scott, are you in Canada? I'm not drinking Canadian whiskey, Scott. I'm drinking a large thing of Jameson, and it's almost all gone.
There's nothing like LTD, man. $4.99 a pint.
Look, I'm doing this one for what's her name?
Hey now, hey. So, did anybody answer you in the chat, or do we move on?
Canada tomorrow afternoon. Yes. No, nobody answered where Collins did that. I could have sworn we stuck him up top at some point.
I think they quit on us. I think they all disappeared, but I don't.
There's a ton of people in the chat room.
All right, how about this one? All right, this one's a good one. Where would you prefer 40 million pounds to be spent? On Gomez or Zaha?
On Gomez or Zaha?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on. Have I been drinking too much?
Not Zaza. Zaha.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said. Okay, I've been drinking too much. I was like,
you want to bring Simeon Zaza back?
You're gonna bring Zaza back?
Oh God.
Gomez or Zaha?
I want to go back. I gotta stop smoking cigarettes.
Oh,
I want to go back to. I want to go back to the Marega thing real quick. I've said this on a tweet or something like that. I can't remember where I said it, but I think that we should do a swap to save some money on Marega by sending the yodeling C word down to Porto as a swap.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
He wants Champions League football.
But they don't have enough fried rice down there for him.
No, but they got European football. Go. There you go. Go to Portugal. Nice
but
weather.
They have no fried rice. No fried rice for our man.
No fried rice.
No fried rice. He likes chicken wings and fried rice.
All right. Gomez or Zaha.
A little Peking duck. Duck.
Wilfred Zaha. Or
Taza?
Or Maximilian Jose Maria de Gomez.
That's a very good question. I don't know who came up with this. I don't want any ex-Palace player ever, because Palace smells like piss.
I would love.
He's not a West Ham player anymore, mate. He's a Palace player.
Oh no.
He's a Palace player. He's red and blue. He's not claret and blue anymore. He's red and blue.
No way.
He's red and blue now, mate. He's red and blue. His heart pumps red and blue. He's a Palace boy. He's an eagle.
No way. He came. No,
he's an eagle now. He's an eagle. He's an eagle. Okay, let's ask the chat room.
No, it's fine.
Is Tompkins an eagle now? Yes. Yeah, everyone's saying Wayne's pissed. Wayne's a little bit inebriated.
Yes.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So no, I would spend it on. I'm spending it on Gomez. I'm spending it on Gomez. If I can't have 40 million to spend on myself, I'm spending it on Gomez.
80% said Gomez. 80%, and that one had a lot of votes too. No, not really. 739. But there's still time left on that one. There's like 12 hours. All right. If we sold Arnautovic and Hernandez to bring in Maxi Gomez and Rondon, would that be classed as a good transfer window?
Brilliant.
89%.
Totally.
Yes.
Totally. That would be a fantastic window. Especially if we could bring Zaza back as well.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Which,
Yeah.
what else is
No,
new?
you're not.
Are
you?
The Who's a Bigger Say. All I had to do was just click with my choice, and then I would have seen the results. I'm an idiot.
You didn't know that?
Shut up, Wayne. I'm not drinking the right coffee today.
I'm drinking the right coffee for definite.
Yeah, you are for definite. That's oh boy. So yeah, 67% said Arnie, and 33% said Payet. But there's still some people that are just hell bent on Payet, man.
Did anybody in the chat room see what Teddy Sheringham said about Arnautovic? All you have to do is find it, because I can't, because I'm too drunk to. But it says, I had a really large cup of Jameson tonight. Really large cup of Jameson tonight. I did a lot of drinking tonight. This is a really large cup of Jameson. He said, all we have to do, and what we should have done from the first place, was just ask Arnautovic, do you want to play for West Ham or don't you?
Yeah.
And if he said yes, then shut up with all this bullshit about going to China and everything and just play. And if he said no, you should have just said then fine. Bye-bye.
I mean, I can't believe that no one's asked him that yet, though. I mean,
Scott, you saw Teddy. Scott says he saw Teddy's comments. It's right, though, isn't it, Scott? Scott says it's hilarious. I think he thinks it's hilarious that I'm inebriated.
All right, here's another one before we go. We got like 5-10 minutes left, something like that. But if we sign Rondon from West Brom and a backup striker, would West Ham fans be happy with Rondon as our first team striker? Yes or no? So basically,
we can't get Gomez.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah. Would you be happy with him as our first team striker, Rondon? A team who wants to play European football in the near future. I mean, I said no.
No.
Yeah, 61% said no.
No.
Yeah, that's.
I wouldn't be. Let's see if the rooms gets. I don't know. Actually, Scott's saying as long as it isn't too much money, Rondon is fine. But Scott, here's the deal: is he would be our first team striker. He would be our go-to guy, the only go-to guy. Would you be happy with that?
No, Rondon's shit.
Not as it. Marega,
did we get relegated? Hold on. Did we get relegated last year?
No, we didn't, did we?
Then why are we signing Rondon? Rondon's a championship striker.
Yeah.
Just kidding. He's not a championship striker, but he's not ever going to be a 20-goal striker.
Yeah, Jordan Harrison saying we should pick up Balotelli on a free. That I'd be happy with.
I would.
If the striker was Rondon and Balotelli, and we hung on the Cheech, I'd be happy.
I would. Yeah.
That would be happy with.
Balotelli's not going to play a full season.
No.
But if he took a good chunk of the games and we had Rondon and then we had Cheech, I'd be happy. Yep. But here's the deal. The thing I love about Balotelli is his age. Like, he's 27. He's not 35 like I thought he was. By looking at him, he looks like he's 42. But he's only 27 years old. That's still a great age for a striker. You get a couple years out of him. And he hasn't had the best scoring record recently, but he hasn't had the worst either. I mean, he's been all right. But I don't know.
I tell you what. I think Balotelli would be a half decent move. I think
so too.
If he came in and played well, I think the West Ham fans would embrace him. I really do think they would embrace him, and I think he would. I think he'd love the fact that the West Ham fans would embrace him.
Yeah.
I think he could get some hammers shaved in the side of his barnet.
Yep.
I think it'd look good.
If he does, I will.
Yeah, serious, man. I wish I had hair to do that.
Well,
maybe I'll just get a tattoo on the side of my head or something. Hammers tattoos on the side of my head or something like that.
Hell yeah.
So,
hey, just so you know, we didn't mention this really. Did we mention this already?
What?
Snodgrass?
Oh man, he signed, didn't he? He got a year's extension. I'm so
So you
happy.
got a year extension.
Yeah,
Now
McMessy,
the poll
McMessy,
McMessy.
McMessy on the back of the shirt. Here you go.
Don't fall
Yeah,
over.
I was going to stand up and try that, but I thought that would be a little bit too difficult.
You wanted to talk about funniest moments, and I was like, I'm like, dude, I don't remember half of them. I don't remember half the shows. But now that I just said that, I do remember a real funny moment where Lee fell over into his flag and knocked down the flag. He fell over on his chair, and the flag came down, and that was awesome. I don't remember what show that was.
What does he have
behind?
What does he have behind that flag?
So here's the deal. His attic, like most attics here in Massachusetts, are like
an A-frame.
Yeah, almost. And so he's got a slant wall, and then he has a flag, attached.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Straight up, and then he is right over here. So, oh shit. Yeah. He goes through the flag. He doesn't hit the wall. He fell backwards and completely missed the wall. Yeah, the flag came down. It was awesome. And his flag come down a bunch of times, which is awesome. I love it. We gotta definitely upgrade his studio.
Gabe, the funniest moment wasn't when I thought Snodgrass should have won Hammer of the Year. The funniest moment is when you come to Dallas and I'm duct taping you to a telephone pole.
Yeah, we mentioned that to him in the Discord today, and yeah, he got a kick out of that. But yeah, because he was giving me shit, and then Gary said something about don't give Tim shit, and then I said, don't worry, Wayne's got it covered. He's gonna duct tape him to a tree. So yeah, 7. All right, so does Snodgrass start the first game of the season? Is the whole question?
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, and that's 76%.
I love him. I love the man, but he's not going to start the first game of the season. I don't see it.
I think he should literally be on the bench for every single match and come off the bench every single game.
I think he would be useful coming off the bench every single game.
Fantastic coming with his energy and everything coming off the bench every single match would be.
Yeah.
It would, in his work rate and everything, and his physicality, when everybody else is tired, it would be the smartest thing we could do. So yeah, 76% said no. Definitely not starting the first game. Now here's another one. This will be the last one of the night. If Gomez, no, I'm not going to fucking anything with Mitrovic. I'm not reading. Nope. Sorry. No.
No. Read it. Read it. Read it.
Excuse me.
Fucking
A.
Hey, has anyone ever farted on air before?
Sponsored by Camel Red. Camel with K. Anyway.
This lung cancer is sponsored by Camel Red.
Yeah, exactly. These yellow teeth are, that and coffee too. But anyway, and heartburn. Oh yeah. So if Gomez has now chosen Valencia, Mitrovic doesn't seem to be any closer. Thank fuck. No news on Rondon yet. Should we be looking closer to home? Is our own Xande Silva an option to lead the line next season? Says with Arnie. So this was from over a day ago.
With Arnie?
Oh,
yeah, I think you were right not reading this one.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. But even still, Xande Silva does not impress me.
Just poke myself in my eye.
Xande Silva, Jesus Christ.
Ow!
Xande Silva needs another 5 years. Right? He's like Elliot Lee. He needs to go to Luton Town for a decade and come back.
Yeah,
maybe he'll be okay. Him and Diangana needs to go to Bolton and go into administration and not get his pay, and that's when he needs get a swift kick and wake up.
Yeah, they need a few
grow up.
Yeah, they need to grow up. They need to mature a little bit. They need to learn their craft, and they need to.
Yeah, and
Xande Silva needs to put the freaking telephone down a bit as well. He's always tweeting.
Nathan Holland does that too. Nathan Holland does a lot. I didn't realize how much he did until I started following him on Instagram. And he's balling. He's always, the fucking neon lights and the hip hop music and all that shit.
Yep.
Anyway. All right. That's probably good enough. If there's any questions or anything in the chat room, anybody, you know what? I'll
My glass is empty. That's sad. That was a big glass of whiskey.
Show. Wayne is shit-faced. Kick him off the show, Tim. This game. Front three.
You're being double duct taped, Gabe.
Is there any questions in here from anybody? No.
I don't think there's any questions.
How many drinks has no?
I only had one drink this evening. It was just one large one.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of snod.
Scott says that snods bleeds to play. I think I understand what you mean, Scott, which means I really must be hammered. No pun intended.
Vajazzle. That's a new one. Who's El Fornicator?
El Fornicator?
Yeah, wasn't there like a player with the nickname El Fornicator? Whatever.
Weren't we calling one of the players El Fornicator?
Yeah, who the fuck was that? I can't remember which one it was. But anyway, I'm just scrolling back. I haven't been in the chat. There's actually a lot of messages that didn't even get.
Hey, John's here. Hey, John, I farted tonight on the show just for you.
There you go. I had a fart with your name on it.
I wish I could get. Actually, I've got one coming right now. Hold on. I'm going to do one for John right now. Hold on.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yes, Tom.
Here we go.
Thank you.
Are you coughing because I just farted, Tim?
Yeah. Chat. I'm so sorry, guys. Thank you, everybody who popped in tonight. I see, obviously, John Black, but Scott Davis,
we got
Jim
Stebbins, a large crew in there tonight.
Ken, Jordan Harrison. Thank you, Neil from Australia. Yeah, that's the one.
Is that Neil from Australia?
Ken. Neil from Australia popped in here.
I told you I don't have my reading glasses.
Absolutely. Snods always gives 110% when he plays. And I heard him say that on JPWHU TV yesterday. He said that in Australia, they say 110%. And
hey,
when they actually
Neil, I've got to tell you, I watched that first 10 minutes of JP's show. You had him sweating, mate. I was laughing like a. I was laughing so hard.
Me too.
You had the poor guy sweating. Let me do an impression of JP at the first 10 minutes of his show with trying to teach Neil how to switch the volume off. Neil, try muting the sound. It's in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, Neil. No, not that one. Sorry, awesome. JP, if you watch this, but it was hilarious, mate.
We definitely want Neil on the show sometime. We got to figure out that it's a lot easier for JP to have him on because the distance is shorter. But I don't know. Actually, it might be better for us to have him on the show because we're so far away.
What time is it there right now, Neil?
Yeah, Neil, what time is it over there right now, man? While he's typing that, I got to say thank you, Jordan. Who else is in here that I missed? Now I have low battery. That's awesome.
I didn't realize that was you, Ginge. You put like your real name there.
Ray Borum. What's up, dude?
Thanks, Ginge. Says Wayne is great TV. I must remember to do this more inebriated from now on.
Take 2 Advil now, Wayne.
Oh, it's 11:38 a.m.
All right. So that's actually awesome, man. Neil, yeah, we definitely got to get you on the show one night. I think I'll message me so I can have your email, and then we'll coordinate a date and time to get you on the show, brother. Because we're trying to pretty much get everybody else. Hey, Jordan Harrison, just so you know, and anybody else really. Ray Borum, I see you're on there too. Anybody who I've not had on the show yet, and you watch the show, message me, please. Message us, message however you want to do it. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. We'd love to have you on the show. So, yeah. And, you know, Ken McGuire, man, Lee's been talking about getting you on the show for quite some time now. I know you prefer hanging out in the chat room, but we would love to have you on, and interview you too, because he refers to you a lot, and it would be kind of cool to, give your background a little bit.
I don't think we should have Ken on the show because he rubbed it in that England lost 2-1 yesterday.
Hey, Wally popped in. All right. Anyone going to Vegas? Yeah. So Vegas, I'm going to say it one last time. I'm not, how do I put it? If you're going to Vegas, have fun. Do it. Awesome. I hope you guys.
You'll have a blast. And John's actually in the room right now, so you can chat
Scott,
with John in the room.
Yeah, Scott and John's the one who's coordinating it. It should be a great time and so on. Now, Lee and I are not going to Vegas, not because we don't like the smell of John's farts, but it's actually because we're trying to save money to go actually watch West Ham play live versus watching them on the telly. So and our wives won't let us go to Vegas. And I really have no interest in Vegas anyway. So it's just a personal thing. Like, it has nothing to do with, Scarlet. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great time there. I really, we're going to donate a few items for the raffle. And we love we love the fact that American Hammers are getting together and meeting over there. Now, but if you guys are interested in joining us for, a trip in March, then, or later or whatever, then hit us up. But anyway, we need you on the show. If you haven't been on the show yet, message us. Thank you so much, Wayne, for being my partner tonight.
It's my pleasure, mate. Yeah, and thank you so much, Jameson, for being my partner tonight.
And and Strava Crab, please, dear God, send me some more coffee.
Hey, this was fun tonight. We should do it without guests more often,
I think that we should probably make our Wednesday nights that way.
We should call it Wednesday with Whiskey.
Wednesday with
Whiskey Wednesdays. Wednesday, Whiskey and West Ham.
Okay. Oh God. Well, all right. So if from now on, if we don't have a guest already scheduled, we're just not gonna. We'll just do this. This is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had fun.
I know for a fact that our next episode is Sunday night. Me and Lee. I don't even think we have anyone booked for that one. No, we do. We got Gary. Gary from.
Do you want me to check the schedule?
Yeah, it's Gary from England who lives in New Mexico now. Yeah, he's in our Discord. So anyway, guys, before we leave, find the link to our Discord. I posted it on Facebook, Twitter, just looking at previous posts, whatever, or get an invite from one of the people that are already in there. It's really cool. There's a great community in there, and we're starting to grow it. And actually, it's starting to pick up a little bit of steam. There's different chat rooms based on, it's kind of like a forum, but it's live, man. You know what I mean? Man. It's like a live chat, man.
Live, everything is live. So
join our Discord. Secondly, so Monday, Scott says West Ham transfer roundup. So he's going to do another West Ham transfer roundup with Justin and Nick, I believe, on Monday. And Sunday, I think we're having Gary from New Mexico, but he's actually British from New Mexico. I mean, he lives in New Mexico. His wife is in the Air Force or something like that, and they live in New Mexico. So, anyway, what else? You got the schedule up, man?
Yeah, I do, mate.
What's the schedule like for next week?
Okay, what's next week? That's Monday, starting Monday the 8th, right?
I guess.
Yeah. So Monday in the morning do we still have Zavin Hines?
Yeah.
So that in the morning we got Zavin Hines. We still got Nicky Marsh.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then we got. Oh yeah, right, exactly. So that's going to be on 2 o'clock on 2 o'clock on Monday Eastern time. Then we've got some geezer. I don't know who's this. Scott the Wanker. I don't know. At 9 o'clock in the evening with transfer business.
And Justin and Nick Stamper from Twitter. Yeah.
Justin.
That'll be a good one.
Who's Justin?
Chicago Justin.
Oh, he's the guy with the beard that eats on camera all the time. Very unprofessional, Justin. Don't eat on camera. Now, drinking on camera, that's highly professional. Especially whiskey. Wednesday, we have is that going to happen? Sacramento? We have the Sacramento Hammers.
Yeah, we were supposed to have them tonight, but then something happened.
Okie dokie. And then Thursday, we've got Seattle Hammers.
Yep, someone from Seattle. Justin's going to be bringing in someone different, not Chris Caballero, which we haven't before. Someone different from Seattle. Yep.
Fantastic. And then to close out the week on Sunday, we have Nick Stamper.
No, there you go. Cool. Because we've had him on a few times, but we have not interviewed him yet. So he's going to get his turn
Perfect.
a week from Sunday. So awesome. So our next episode is Sunday with Gary, and we'll go from there. Tebow, what's up, Trevor, man? Yeah, man. Thanks for popping in, brother. I hope you checked the whole episode. This was kind of fun, funny, all that good stuff. And listen, thank you everybody who's in the chat room. Thank you, StravaCraft. Thank you, drinkwaredesign.com. Thank you to my son who did our little intro thingy, and Max. And thank you, Wayne. And thanks, Jameson.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you. Hey, come on, you Irons.
Come on, you Irons.
See you Sunday. No show tomorrow. See you Sunday.